See, it's like the way it is right now with us, with the water situation, is because anything could happen, and it's like, what if they come in and try to take us off, and besides that, everybody should have water. I mean, God gave it to the land, and we have a right to it. He didn't give it to the United States government. We've got a bigger point than that. We're saying, we're talking about law. We're talking about respect as a people, respecting a people as a people. We're talking about more than poverty. We're talking about honor. We're saying, you've never dealt with us honorably, United States, ever, and it's time that you start doing so, because we're not going to allow it to continue. We can't. Problems for the Indian people are within the United States government. Problems that we're having is the federal government is allowing the state government to break a treaty that was signed between the Indians and the Indian people and the federal government, and that treaty is a law. We're talking about things like this. We're talking about, if we're free, we want the right to make our own decisions. We don't want the great white father image anymore looking down on us, making the decision for us. And we're concerned about people, the reservation people, the people on the reservations that are being forced to assimilate or die out. We're worried about things like our language and our culture. And we want this on our own terms. We don't want to be able to hang on to it because the federal government says we can keep this much and we can keep that much. It's part of us, and we want it all.
My people been fighting before I was born. I light up this stage right before I record. The government broke all the treaties before. This time around we won't take it no more. Wanna find us, we'll be standing with our fists tied. They tried to kill us off, it'll never happen this time. Wanna find us, we'll be standing with our fists tied. They tried to kill us off, it'll never happen this time. Let me paint a picture that can wash away the ignorance. Play it through the speakers just to make sure that they listen. And we treat it like prisoners in this country that we living in. Everything is fine till the toil that we swimming in. Companies are acting like this fuel is unlimited, ignoring repercussions just cause they don't have to live with it. Let me come and dig a hole up in your front yard. Guaranteed it won't be long before there's cop cars. They saying that we hostile cause we chose to make a stand. When the oil starts to spill, then it will desecrate the land. These companies don't care because it's all part of the plan. 7th generation, man, the future's in our hands. The reason that we fighting is because this is our lifeline. Looking at these workers screaming, fuck you in your pipeline. They don't care about the women, they don't care about the children. So what would make you think that they would care about your feelings? They try to pay us off, try to bribe us with these royalties. I would die before I let my knees suffer from an oil leak. They don't realize the chemicals will leave the soil weak. Then it won't be long before the grass turns brown and the rivers turn black. Rivers turn black, so leave it in the ground, pack it up and turn back. This ain't about economy, this ain't about race. This ain't about the money or another court case. The water gives us life, we can't let it go to waste. They call us protesters, but they don't understand we defenders and protectors. Praying that Jakasha law will watch us and protect us. The government is hoping that we give up and surrender. They hate to see our native nations gathering together. This is more than just historic, this will always be remembered. We got the whole world watching, we don't need CNN, we don't need Fox News, we'll be fighting till the end. When's the last time this country honored a treaty? Our children gonna suffer while the high-class kids go to school and eat their Wheaties. If this line gets finished, then our water will be ruined. The general population never saw us as a human. Obama said that he would help us out, but where they at? No, they want us all gone, man. That's a fact, bro, they set up blockades, but we headed on the back road. Forget about the president, the government's the nemesis. The cops are feeling threatened, they remove us from the premises. All over some oil and a couple billion Benjamins. Hey man, it's nothing new. My people been fighting for generations now. We been here. We ain't going nowhere. People need to wake up. This ain't about money. This about the future generation. This about the children right now. Shout out to everybody in Standing Rock. Shout out to all the tribes that came from across the nation. Shout out to Chairman Archambault. Shout out to all my Standing Rock family. Shout out to all the natives across the nation. Shout out to Shailene Woodley for standing in solidarity with our native people. Shout out to all the celebrities who are supporting the movement. Shout out to everybody across the world who is supporting the movement. Shout out to everybody who is listening right now. Ain't nobody moving till this is over. We ain't going nowhere, we still here. Native Pride 365.